Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round 3 of the EVOSimracing's GT3 Endurance League. I am your host and with you now today, Evan IRL, as we follow the formation lap now around 4, round 3 going forth there now. We have got a 17 car lineup there now, poised to bring you the best, closest racing there now on the PS4 platform. Currently who we're following at the moment now is our pole sitter Aussie Wheels, who has just blasted around it out in a complete 159.6 to just completely blow the field out of it at the moment. Last week's race winner now we have a little bit further back. We'll go through everyone individually in due course, but just as we're coming back down the back straight now towards 130 over, we're just going to give a couple of highlights. Thorsten Borkart, our winner last week in a wet and rainy Brands Hatch, lines up fourth there now behind both Zegan Milk and JR Lock and Load. Second place finisher Lightblade also in his accompanying Bentley, then now possibly struggling with his looser setup then around the streets of around the circuit of Suzuka. What we then do have is that we have actually have got a couple of new racers that are with us this evening also, as we are about to just form up 2 by 2, getting to see the Porsche of Zegan Milk, making sure he's got all the heat in those tyres. It is a 6 AM start here at Suzuka, so temperatures are going to be nice and cool throughout the day for this obviously 90-minute long endurance race. Getting the heat in early and getting them nice and good then for the first corner is going to be absolutely critical. Taking a look down at the back of the field, just making sure they're all formed up correctly. We absolutely are. We should be good to go as we come up there now to a speed of 70k. The green lights will go, and it is hell to leather. We see the Porsche flashing the lights anyway, giving us a bit of time to go. We're not gone yet. I think we'll be gone just at the light. We're here watching anxiously. Everyone pointed up, and there we go. We are good to go. We've got a drive-through penalty for all our Turkish right at the back for speeding at the start, but we're good to go as. Oh, but again, we're going 3, 4, 5 wide as we keep going down through it. Everyone's gone through cleanly. There's Dycrox, Udi Clark, Chris Pizzuck, everyone gone cleanly. Thorsten Borkart being pushed out a little bit wide. Oh, there's been contact between Chris Pizzuck, Udi Clark and Dycrox now, who all seem to have kind of come together and tangled there now. We'll have to take a better look at that now going back forth. But at the very front of it, we've got the front three of Aussie Wheels, Zegan Milk and JR Lock and Load in that Mercedes AMG, fighting a tooth and nail that are going up through the Dunlop curve. Shortly behind that is Thorsten Borkart now, who I believe one of our new drivers, GOP Blair, has actually gone past. We've had a couple of people fall down through the back. Dark Ninja in the Aston Martin now has made up, I believe, 6 places now at the start, and is currently running in 6th, which is an absolute amazing feat. The biggest climber now so far that we've currently had. New driver to our field, Clueless God, has fallen right down the order from I believe 5th. There seems to be more contact between Chris Pizzuck and Dycrox. Things are getting a little bit messy now towards the back. But as we focus back up there to the top again, we've got Zegan Milk past Aussie Wheels. The Zegan Milk, our young German driver now, has actually managed to get past Aussie Wheels just before Spoon Curve. We've got Aussie Wheels in that area going to be looking to come right back down there through that back street. But we've got JR Lock and Load right on his tail. GOP Blea out there now in the other Lamborghini, very very close behind Thorsten Borkart and Dark Ninja. Now once again, I can't stress this enough, being the biggest winner there so far in this first lap. Everyone going through 130R, not going wide. Very very fast and dangerous curve. Thorsten Borkart goes a bit wide as they slam on the brakes then for the chicane. Everyone going through very very beautifully, very very nicely indeed. Thorsten seems to be getting a little bit out of shape. They're going through 130R, but everyone else seems to be going well. We see Tro there battling it out there with Nicky Linesfoot also has made huge gains in this in his race so far, possibly gaining off now the start between Uniclark, Dycrox and Chris Pizzuck. So we'll sort of be keeping an eye on that in the future. We're going to once again focus just back on our start on our front three now, as we have got a tooth and nail battle now happening now between Aussie Wheels and JR Lock and Load. Zegan Milk has actually managed to pull out a small bit of a gap now, not a lot now, much for breathing, maybe about a tenth of a second or so. As we get a good look in there at Aussie Wheels' cockpit there now, and just how focused and how much he's just trying to focus on his braking points and his lines to get through. Top 4, I believe, separated by 4/10 of a second. Top 5 separated by less than a second, which is just absolutely unbelievable. Seeing Thorsten Borskar getting right in the mix. Dark Ninja and Lightblade are now battling out of behind us. They've got Throw and NRP, and Lionsfoot then now come back behind again, rounding out the top 10. Then following that, we've got all our Turkish, who unfortunately does have a driver with penalty for speed at the start. We've got our new driver Cam Dozeki in the start. We've also got Uniclack, Dicrox and Clueless God that are coming in the back. Ubar, Chris Bizik, unfortunately, it looks like he's had to take his mandatory pit stop early due to damage, you know, with the contact. It was Ubar, you know, falling a bit behind, who I believe was also caught up, you know, in some first lap action. Now going to focus right up again and back to the start as Ziga Milk once again after spoon curve coming down straight towards 130 order. They're all forming up now in order. Hard left now, drop a gear, slight brakes, and now back onto full throttle until they get to the big braking zone, which is the chicane, which for the MotoGP riders know as a bus stop, but for us anyway, in GT3 cars, it is very much so a very difficult chicane. Ziga Milk giving us a now flash of the lights, and now just on the support. He's going to be absolutely, you know, loving how good he's doing. GR Lock and Load took a look at him, just try and take a look. We're trying to cool down his brakes by getting into a bit of fresh air, as they're going to come up there now to a bit of traffic now with Chris Physic, but we won't be able to worry about that now. Chris now would be one of our most experienced drivers. Now he'll know exactly now when would be a safe spot now to get out of the way. Same thing though, top 5 drivers separated by less than a second, 7/10 to be exact, from Ziegen now to Thorsten Borkart now in 5th. It's just been incredible stuff. Dark Ninja once again now also holding his ground, becoming under pressure now from Lightblade now in that Beamer though. I believe we may have had someone go off there now, have we? Just ahead of Dark Ninja going around Dunlop there now. We did see some dust being kicked up there now. It looks like GOP Pliat in the Lamborghini seems to have made a mistake and gone off. It seems to have carried a little bit of damage there now, which is rather unfortunate there now, as he's running a solid 4th and keeping everyone else there now very honest. Let's go focus back now on obviously the battle between Dark Ninja and Lightblade now. Lightblade, I believe, his much looser driving style possibly hurting him here in the Suzuka track, as they go almost too wide down by Spoon. But it was a very good defensive move now by Dark Ninja in being cold. We're going to move a little bit further down the field now. We've got NRP, who seems to be almost by himself now, not too far behind Lightblade in the other Bentley. We've then also got Lionsfoot now, who once again has even made up further positions again, after starting now from I believe 15th, 16th on the grid. After that then we do have Tro, who isn't far behind Lionsfoot. Looking behind him then is Uniclark, who got caught up then now in a couple of a first lap shenanigans, but unfortunately, like his race in Brands Hatch, he's just going to have to pick it all up from the start and move again. Tro gets very wide out there now, going through the chicane, almost straight lines it there now, but just to be safe, I know he'd have to do so. Ubar has come in there to take his pit stop there now. He's also coming out. Chris Pizzick now, he's almost going to be there now a lap down now as we speak, but that's just unfortunate, just due to obviously the accidents at the start. We'll see if the stewards can take any view towards that now whatsoever. Back up then towards the top, we have got Ziegen Milk, I believe now. Oh, sorry, my apologies. Aussie Wheels has actually gone back past Ziegen Milk again, somewhere through the S's, as they're just coming up there through Dunlop and into the first Stegner there now. So somewhere in the S's, Aussie Wheels in the Lamborghini has managed to get back past Ziegen Milk. He won't be too concerned about that though. He's just going to tuck right in behind and pick his spot there now to try and take back the lead. JR Lock and Load once again just very there, keeping them all honest. And Thorsten Borkart now, after getting a little bit wide at the start, possibly didn't have the best start now that he was looking for, but he is certainly right on the back of JR Lock and Load once again. Gap between first and second, less than a second currently. So it's amazing stuff now currently, how these 4 guys can just race so clean, so fast, all in a closed enclosed space. Dark Ninja absolutely holding his own against Lightblade now, but as I said, now through the second part of smooth cover. Oh, there's a bit of contact, I don't know, there was a squeeze somewhere there, but there's a bit of contact between Dark Ninja Light Blade coming through Spoon. Now it's going to be a drag race down to 130 hours, which I believe the big Bentley is going to have. NRP Mr. Silverstone, Nicky, is going to take a look right in there now as well, as he has closed the gap right up then to Dark Ninja, as they're all going to be looking to try and get through the chicane in one piece, all hard on the brakes. A little bit of a love tap again, I believe now from Dark Ninja, but Light Blade will be all the more for that there now. So I think we can all get away with that one. That's going to be another battle now to keep our hard-earned focus on. Aussie Wheels looks like he's starting to make a little bit more of a gap. Thorsten Borkart looks like he's fallen back a little bit there now, possibly just to save his tyres now. For obviously this, we're only 9 minutes into a 90-minute endurance race now, and we've had so much action now so far. And if this is some form of action then that you feel like you could get involved in, we will post our Discord link in the comment section. We would love to hear from you. We do have a couple of spaces open there now in our GT3 league. We also run a Porsche Cup on a Tuesday, and we also run a GT4 league on Friday as well. Spaces available in all championships. Also, we just love to hear from you now for future special events going forward, and we just want to make the biggest and best ACC community that we do have on the PlayStation 4 platform. Back to the action anyway. Going to once again just focus now at the top, because this is where the main action seems to be. Finally, there seems to be a bit of breathing space between everyone now. So a little bit of a gap now between Vegan Milk. Though we're going to focus in on him now. Real name Joel. He's actually from Germany now. He's only a young fella now, but he's just been in absolute love with this Porsche and with this track. He has been doing practice now for an event during the week, and he has been able to blow us away with his qualifying pace, and he's just showing now that his race pace is up to par as well. So it's just been an absolute. He's an absolute prodigy now, so he is, and we can hope anyway now that he can keep this pace up and going now. Fight us, Aussie Wheels. Protect from JR Lock and Load, who's another man that we're going to focus in on there now as well, who has just got consistency and the mental winning attitude that you always want. This man, he is as fast and as fair as it comes, but is not happy that I'll come in third. He always wants to sit on that top step of the pedestal. Lovely bloke, though, great community member, and as you can see there now, as he's just about to get on the back of the Suzuka Hassel through the S's, he is very, very, very quick indeed. We're going to focus for a little bit further down now. We did have a bit of a battle there coming between. Just to mention that we do have Dark Ninja now coming in now for his mandatory pit stop now. I believe coming into the pits from 6th or 7th. I do believe he lost a position then to Light Blade, so we dropped him to 7th. A little bit of damage it looks like on that car, possibly from the little coming together there that he did have with Light Blade going through Spoon. We also do have one of the new drivers, Cam Zazeki, coming in for his mandatory pit stop also now from 14th position. Going back up to the top now, we do have Dicrox now, who is our Caribbean racer now, who unfortunately looks like he's driving a blue and gold Audi that has seen better days. He seems to be running with a little bit of damage. Has shown us some great one lap pace now. Had a very good qualifying stint now, as you can see. So he'll be hoping now that he can actually make back some spaces now, most likely now on the pit stops. Now who we're going to focus on is we actually now have got a battle now between our Welshman and also a league coordinator, Linesfoot now, and our third and final new member there that we do have to the stream of Clueless Goddess. We're just about to go side by side down the back straight. Also going to try and keep out of the way of a back marker now, but that Bentley just seems to have the pace, but Linesfoot has got them much more desired inside line. As he's going to dive inside, oh my god, that was going to be an absolutely audacious move now, but Clueless God manages to secure it there now, as they're about to come up there now to a back marker in a alright Turkish, alright. Unique now just up ahead. That's going to be the next man now that Clueless God is going to be racing. Alright Turkish dives back into the pits, I believe. He's already taken a mandatory pit stop there now, so we're hoping we'll have to see, you know, if that's for damage or what that is going to be for, but he's dived in anyway. Then I want to see where we go. Clueless God, just a word about him. The event that I was talking about earlier now with a Ziegen Milk now. Actually, sorry, I'm gonna have to jump back through. JR Lock and Load has actually managed now to overtake Ziegen Milk somewhere between Dunlop and the Degner curves as we come up there to the hairpin. JR Lock and Load, as I have just said now, he's just not happy now with just any other spot on the podium other than first, and he just managed to put his head down, find the spot and make the overtake. He has got that Mercedes AMG absolutely singing. Gonna go back there now to Clueless God as he closes right up there now on Moontrack. The event that we were on about there now the other day was a community event for another community that we did. It was a 100-minute Suzuka race, and myself was actually racing in that, and I was chasing Clueless God for, I'm going to say, maybe 99 minutes of the 100. We had an absolute fantastic battle. He caught me on the pit strategy, so great race from him now. Ever since that, now we extended the invite. He's just come in and joined us now, and he's just shown now how clean and fair he can be, and by God is he quick. He is catching Unitec now at a good rate of Nasser at the moment. Unitec, who I believe now is suffering from a little bit of damage now, but they seem to be neck and neck now as they're going through 130, or no one going a little wide. He's got going a little bit wider right, but that is almost to be expected as he wheels up the top to now after falling behind to Ziegen Milk now almost at the start now. Seems to have found his rhythm finally now, and has now pulled out a 5-second lead now over this man now who is JR Lock and Load in that Mercedes AMG. The car choice now that I chose with now as well, but he is being absolutely harassed by Ziegen Milk in that Porsche just behind. In actually the Evo livery Porsche now that we have, one of a number of Evo livery skins now that we do have going around. We don't ask drivers to obviously wear an Evo livery on their cars. It's completely optional now for them to do so, but a couple of other drivers have opted to do it, and we are very thankful for that. Even if we're EVOSimracing, we're an open community. We will engage with other communities. Our drivers race with other communities as well, and we always love having our drivers essentially repping our brand now everywhere we go. Thorsten Borkart in our winner from Brands Hatch in the wet last week. Now he's managed to gain a position now from the start, and he's just managed to just almost gonna race his own race. He hasn't really been on the money too much, I don't think. That now he's just been thereabouts. He hasn't lost time, he hasn't gained time. I think he's just working out his own strategies now. Hopefully then now he can it'll be in the pits now where he will be able to make his mark, and towards the latter end of this now when the temperatures do rise ever so slightly. So that's all that we can hope. Track is currently optimum there now, so all the grip that these guys want they will have. A little bit further behind now, who was running in fourth and running very well, gained the position now at the start I believe, is GOP Blayat. This was also another gentleman now that it was in my group when I was racing in the 100-minute Suzuka race. It was myself, Clueless God, and this gentleman, and I ended up finishing second, third and fourth. I was the one that outside the points, but it was those two gentlemen that I was chasing and that we had fantastic battles with there now, and it's just something now that I said I would mention on stream after both of those guys. Super clean racers, super great guys too. I've had the pleasure now of having private conversations with them both. Very good guys too. Love their racing now, and that's all they'll get down to. Coming in then just behind, we do have Lightblade, our other Welshman on the grid in the number 777 orange and black Bentley there now. As we said before, this was he was the only real competitor now to Thorsten Borkart there now in Brands Hatch last week, but he's always been fond of the looser driving style now in a track now such as Suzuka, where it's all flow and bends. it may not suit him there to boot. I don't believe now that it is showing too much now, but he just appears to be getting on with it now, trying to make up the gap now to the Lamborghini ahead. Once again, straight after that now, we do have NRP, Mr. Silver, so himself, Nicky, who we've actually had reports of now that his brake pedal inside the cockpit now has actually started to squeak it a little bit now. So we're hoping now that he can manage to get this Lexus now around the next 70 minutes. Also, without having any issues, he has got a pit stop available now to try and fix any damages that are going forward. But we will keep an eye on any form of mechanical failures that happen behind that. As we look behind, we see another Lexus now of Uniclark and Suzuka just going hammer and tongue at the moment now. Less than half a second now between them. They've been going hammer and tongue for the last 2 laps or so. We're going to see now what lines they take now, going through the chicane, how they can exit now. Suzuka managed to get that Bentley around very well. Uniclark once again has just not had the look at the start of the races. He's just always been in the wrong place, wrong time, and just seems to get caught up to now every single time. So it's an absolute shame now, but it's just a testament to his character that he can just put his head down and get back to work with. So it looks like Suzuka got it. If you're going to take a look up the inside there now on Uniclark through the first of the SSE. It's a little bit squirrely there towards the end as it comes down towards the last S, up towards the Dunlop curve. We're going to move down a little bit further now. We do have got our Caribbean driver Dycrox now, who I believe has actually just got past now our Welshman now, Linesfoot. Once again, Dycrox now looks like he's had a car that's been through the wars at the moment now, but he's managed to find a good balance to it now as we speak. We do just looking now at our YouTube stream. We do have Dan VWB saying hello on the stream. Hello Dan. Dan also being a racer now that was with us on our GT3 league, but unfortunately now due to kind of personal circumstances I had to pull out now. But if you wanted to race now with Dan, he also is going to be racing with us in our Porsche Cup on Tuesdays and our GT4 league on Fridays, so it's going to be great to see him now. Also means that Dan is going to be one less Audi on the GT3 field, but it's good to see Dan and I tuning into the stream, buddy. Thanks for tuning in. Linesfoot there now, just also behind there now. Dycrox now just less than a second, going to be trying to close in that gap now as soon as he can. Tro also then once again taking a look in now. Tro actually taking a car change now. Lost the Bentley, went for the Ferrari, so we got an Audi and 2 Ferraris coming up behind, and now we'll see how we can move forward from there. New driver now, Cam Zarzecki now in another Mercedes AMG now. He's going to be looking now to try and make an impression now in his first race. As he goes a little bit wide and now takes a bit of a detour through the hairpin anyway. Alright, after that then we do have a Cole, our Evo staff member here now, Dark Ninja 1702. He is in that Aston Martin, who once again now I believe made the best starter of anyone here now, right up there now with Linesfoot starts. Managed to gain at least six places off start now. I was running in 6 and 4, quite a significant amount of time. He has decided to take his pit stop very early, so I can only assume that now he knows what he's doing and is going to try and play the long run that are going into this. Focusing back up there now at the top, Aussie Wheels coming down towards the back straight now towards 130R. Seems to have about a 9-second gap there to JR locking over now in second, so the gap does seem to be getting now bigger and bigger. JR, I can only assume now is going to be saving some of the tires now to try and catch him on a second stint as the temperatures do get that bit higher. Ziegen Milk now in the Porsche, he is sticking very much so to him just outside the 1 second mark, but not leaving him alone whatsoever. Thorsten once again now just falling ever so slightly behind now here and there, but we can only assume that he's got his own plan in mind, so we will certainly be keeping an eye on that. Then there is a good length back now to GOP Blade now, who once again now I believe is running now with a little bit of damage now, so we could see him trying to close the gap up there now even that little bit further. Light Blade does seem to be closing the gap there now on Blade though, which must be said. Once again, bit by bit now the gap there just seems to be kind of taken over there now. It's going to just focus now on on this little battle now between Legan and Gerald for these 2 minutes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we can actually see now that that Ziga Milk down the Porsche actually has managed now to get back past the JR Lock and Load. JR Lock and Load seems to have made a mistake now going through the first Degner curve now. Went a little bit sideways now onto the grass, but then they pull right there now. So obviously you can see the place now. Very, very good and clean and respectful racing now from them both. JR Lock and Load now will be absolutely kicking himself over the mistake, but he's going to be looking now just to obviously get his back down. Cam Zazeki gets very wide now, but he's going to be showing blue flags and he's going to have to move out of the way very shortly now, as yes, he does pull over now to the right, which allows JR and Ziegler to now get through. He's also going to allow them to also actually get back to them once again. We are going to go back down to the battle there now between Clueless God and NRP, who actually seems to... Clueless God, who has just worked his way up there now to actually get past Unicar, has actually now managed to get his way past NRP. That's an absolute amazing feat so far now that this man has done, after getting caught up there now in some shenanigans, shall we say. At the start, he has managed to work his way back up to 7th, even before any of the top drivers have managed now to take their pit stop. Clueless God is very much so in this race to gain a good haul of points. We do see Chris Pizik there now. We're just going to focus back on him now for a while. He unfortunately did manage to get a tangled up there now at the start of the race, now getting caught up there now with, I believe, was a Dicrox and one other driver now that I can't quite put my finger on. But he had to take his pit stop early. He is currently running damage free. He is going to have his head put down to try and make all the gap back up. GOP Blyat is the first of the top runners now to take the plunge into the pits. Did have a little bit of damage there from a running in fourth following JR Lock and Load at the beginning of the race. Might be a little bit now of a lengthy pit stop, but that allows Lightblade and Clueless God now to get through also with a NRP. Uniclark not going to be further much behind, so GOP Blyat now might fall back even as far as 10th if Dicrox is going to come through down the main straight there now as well. So, but he is the first to blink. Up at the top now, it's Ozzy Wills who's just extending that gap again. Zegan Milk, as we said, now managed to get back past JR Lockenold now, going through the diagonal curves, but JR hasn't let up now whatsoever. 7/10 of a second now, separating now as they come up now through one of the most difficult corners on this track now, being Spoon Corner. The first part now you have to shift right back down, and you have to get hard on the brakes, and once again to rotate that car into the forest before you just open up that throttle, going straight down towards from the hardest curve to probably one of the most dangerous but the most fun curves if you manage to get it right, 130R, where they will boot down and hit speeds of about 230 to 240 kilometers an hour, light on the brakes, hard left now, and just stick it to those curves before they come up now to the heaviest braking zone in the track so far, being the chicane. Just keeping it simultaneous, gap getting less and less now. 6/10 of a second now is all now between them currently as we speak. But just very much so keeping it clean. JR getting into the stream, actually getting side by side now as far as we can see heading into turn 1, and on the straight, just the power of the Mercedes just manages to get past now the Porsche now with a little bit of assistance to the slipstream and a better exit. JR Lockenold once again reclaims his second place now, and is once again going to have to try and put his head down now and try and close the gap now to Ozzy Wills, which has now grown up to 17 seconds. This man is just an absolute machine. He knows exactly where to park his car no matter where he goes. Zegan Milk actually back in front again of JR Lockenold just as we move away from it. That's just absolute brutal timing that I by myself. I do apologise now for obviously denying you guys the opportunity now to see the overtake. JR Lockenold looked to have gotten a little bit squirrely now going through Dunlop, so every time now he just seems to get a good Zegan Milk, just manages to get lucky, or manages to place the car in the right place at the right time and gets back through. Cam Zarzecki down there in 15th place now is going to take his mandatory pit stop. Now he's 2 laps down at the moment now, so he is going to just try and play the long game now to try and make up some spaces then going forward now towards the end. GOP Blythe now has actually fallen back down to 12th place now, as we can see. He's actually fallen now back behind Stroll. Is he out of the pits? He is, yes, he's back down on the main straight. We're going to focus once again now, but it's back on Zegan Milk now and JR Lockenold. But Thorsten Borgart, they're actually somehow they're managing to pull back 3 seconds on everyone ahead now. We had a feeling there that he was only playing us now but biding his time. He is racing his own race now. He will have his own strategy now, and he's most certainly now going to stick with it. Cam Zarzecki now does clear his mandatory pit stop now, so everyone from 11th up to now has yet to take their pit stop as we're going. We're going to focus back to now on this man now who has just managed to pull chunks of time off everyone now. That has been Clueless God in the other Bentley now. He is going to be chasing down our Welshman, being Lightblade now, who I believe is coming through 130R, going a little bit wide through 130R, so there's not that much difference there. There's about 9 seconds now between the two, so striking distance could be very, very soon. Doesn't look like that any of the top runners now are going to chance taking their pit stops as of yet, as we are just over the half-an-hour mark, the 1/3 mark of our 90-minute endurance race. Thank you very much there, folks, for all for tuning in. We do see SOP Motorsports now chiming in now to say good evening. Hello SOP, hello Simon, I hope you're doing well, buddy. We even mentioned now the Suzuka 100 event earlier now with a couple of drivers now that are currently in this at the moment, so great to have you there now in and taking a look, buddy. Alright, thanks very much now for tuning in. Now we're going to go down the field a little bit now, as we do have our Welshmen, 2 Welshmen actually. We've got Linesfoot now being Scotty and Shrow being Paul, trying to duke it out now in a 2 Ferraris coming out of the lash chicane down towards the main start finish straight, heading in now towards turn 1. Less than half a second now separating the 2 of them now. They're going to be fighting for that top 10 position now as best now as they can. GP Blythe now seems to have obviously taken quite a bit of repairs as he's fallen right down the order now. So we can only hope now that this was a part of it that he has managed to accommodate this time, and that once all the pit stops are made, he will be able to catch right back up. going to look for a battle again now. We're going to once again focus back up to top now, because this is where the action has just absolutely been there. Alright, Ger locking low now. Once again, he's just putting the head back down, just absolutely hassling the back of Vegan Milk now. He's just going to be looking to get back in on the slipstream, use that Mercedes power now. So possibly take a look on the inside, no, dive straight back in now, gets hard on the brakes, and is going to take a look at a different point in time on the track. Thorsten Borkart now once again is keeping well and nicely up to the field as well now. He's only less than 2 seconds back, so he's just keeping his distance now, keeping nice cool air into all raiders. Lightblade is the second person there's a blink that does deny us now the opportunity for a Clueless God and Lightblade battle, but Lightblade is the second person to blink to come in and take his pit stop. So we are 34 minutes into the endurance race at the moment now, and he's going to be looking for a splash and dash. By the sound of things now is that a tyre change may be required now by all drivers now, but we also heard now that a couple of strategies in the pre-race warm-up now that some of the racers are going to attempt a full race on the one set of tyres. A mandatory pit stop is required, but you are not required to put in any fuel, or you also are not required to take any set of tyres. So it could very much just be a stop and go for damage if you so required. Now, obviously that makes a lot more that makes strategy a lot more important than ever. Judging by the base of time that Lightblade was in there for, I don't think he will have taken tyres, but he appears to have actually taken a 30-second stop and go penalty, from what I can only assume is going to be speeding it in the pit lane now, which is an absolute real shame now for Lightblade now. His back is going to be firmly against the wall now once that penalty is taken now, to secure a result off of that. We will certainly keep an eye now as to when he will be taking that penalty. GOP Blythe now is also, I believe, not that far behind as we speak. Lightblade coming up through Dunlop, and GP Blythe now coming up to the entrance of Dunlop. So Lightblade would have had him alright. It's just unfortunate that penalty now is going to set him right back. Now we're going to focus once again now on NRP, who actually seems to have been closing the gap back up to Clueless God. He seems to be closing that gap back up again, as we appear to have lost a driver. We appear to have actually lost Vegan Milk now, who that's a real shame now, as he was running in second place now for the majority of this race, and that is going to be absolutely now heartbreaking now for my apologies now for the little delay in my absolute apologies about that now. As we do see now, Lightblade now just currently in the now and has just served now. He's a 30-second stop and go penalty now. Hasn't lost him that many positions now. He's just managed to put him there back behind the GP player now. As we do have Clueless God now, who's actually going to come in to take his a pit stop with it now as well. Just to obviously go back to now on the point that we're making Vegan Milk, the man who was running in P2 at the time now, has just disconnected now. All of a sudden, there doesn't seem to be any particular reason why. It's something now that we can certainly take an investigation into that from our end here as well. He's also going to be looking into it now from his end also. But we do send obviously now our commiserations down to Zeke. He was doing it absolutely now unbelievably. And yeah, it's just a real shame now that that's how his race now managed to come down to an end. We also then seen Uniclark now also blinking now and coming in now for his pit stop now. So we do have just about half the field now actually taking their pit stop now at the moment now. This is the man now to watch, GP Blair now. He seems to be actually coming ahead now of both Clueless God now and Uniclark now. He seems to have taken that position now back off of both of them now. So the early pit stop now from GP Blair now seems to have worked very much so in his favour that way. We'll just wait down for the tables now to obviously get updated. What that does now is that actually pushes Thorsten Borkart now right back up now into the podium spot now, and that's just going to free him up now to look directly at the Mercedes AMG of J or Lock and Load, and both of them now to obviously eventually look at catching Aussie Wheels, who I believe has just pulled an absolute almost an insurmountable gap now at start. Now we'll obviously once again now wait for the timing screens there now to update. That's once again now that's confirmation now. GP Blight now has managed to get past both Clueless God now and Uniclark. Clueless God about 8 seconds now behind GP Blight now. Once again a reminiscent now of the race during the week now that I had reported now. If only I was on the track also chasing them down, so that's all that I can say now for the moment. 26 seconds we have a gap that are currently full. To Clueless God, I must say now, great respect and sports to shift it up. Although now he's made his best now, the blue flags waved for both J-Lock and Thorsten walk out. He went very wide now at the hairpin. He's just going to be looking to keep up now with them just so he doesn't lose too much time once obviously their pit stop then now eventually does come around. So once again though, very utter great respect now from Clueless God, and that's what we're all about here now in Evo. So the only real kind of close battle now we do have at the moment now is going to be between JR, Lock and Load and Thorsten, as there's still only just over a second now separating the two. You can only imagine now that's going to force one of them into a pit strategy then soon enough, as it doesn't seem like that they can get that close now on the road. So we'll see now if one of them if JR can protect his lead with the pits, or if Thorsten can play the undercard, or by going long also. Mr. Silverstone NRP that are coming into the background now. He's holding out there in 4th place now, although he is probably going to be, after pit stops now, probably languishing in about 6th position, which is going to be an absolute solid result now for him now going forward now. If he can keep that going, that would be absolutely a great haul of points from him now. I know he's been doing quite a lot of testing now privately. Recently made the switch now from Nissan to Lexus, simply because he couldn't afford any more tyres for the Nissan. His words, not mine. So he's made the switch now just to try and get be that little bit more competitive now, which he most certainly seems to be, as he's joined both Uniclark and another man here. Unfortunately, running down at the back of the pack now, but we're going to focus on a all-right traction at the moment. Is another man now. Lads, I've got a blue screen.